The era of free social media accounts may be coming to an end. Elon Musk has suggested that all users of X, formerly known as Twitter, may soon have to pay to use the platform. In a conversation with the Israeli Prime Minister, Musk said a payment system may be the only way to counter bots. It's not clear if this was an off-the-cuff remark or something more concrete. Musk has been trying to find ways to monetize the site since buying it last year. For more on this, I'm joined live now by tech expert Carmi Levy. Carmi, good to have you. Thanks for taking the time.
Great to be here, Lindsay. Thanks.
So just to start, do you think that this is a concrete statement that Elon Musk is making?
No, this sounds and it feels like a lot of the other off-the-cuff things that he often says to get a response, to kind of read the room, sort of see what people are thinking, get some feedback, input from the public discourse that will help him make his next decision. He doesn't tend to think these things through. This was in the middle of a live stream with the Israeli Prime Minister, so it's not like he had this planned. I think it just occurred to him, he said it, and now he's basically riding the news cycle. This is peak Elon Musk.
And I want to talk about that meeting with the Israeli Prime Minister in just a moment. But first, Musk said that, this would be the only way to counter bots. But he said that before about other things. Do you think that's actually part of the reason? I don't know about you. I've noticed more bots really in the last couple of months on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the amount of anomalous activity, non-human accounts doing things on the platform has certainly gone up. But of course, we don't have any data on that because it is now a privately owned company. They're not required to share this information, and basically what they share is not verifiable. But at the same time, I think, if you look at the excuse, he's saying he needs to put up a paywall in order to control bots. It means he doesn't understand cybersecurity as well as he thinks he does. He thinks that this will slow down the hackers, the criminals who engage in this kind of activity. He's mixing his metaphors, he's mixing his technologies, and really he should be speaking with his cybersecurity experts about better ways to rein in bots without putting up a paywall, but I realize he probably fired them in the last round of layoffs.
I want to talk now about the meeting that Musk had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He asked Musk to denounce anti-Semitism. And we didn't really get a clear answer there from Musk as he kept referring to free speech. What did you make of all of that?
Elon Musk doesn't exactly have the best record when it comes to freedom of speech, when it comes to protecting those online. Twitter has always been a somewhat toxic platform. Now that it's X under Elon Musk, it's become even more so. And he's kind of had this nudge, nudge, wink, wink relationship with the alt-right, with those who would spread misinformation and hatred and anti-Semitism. And so the Anti-Defamation League did call him out, released a bunch of data that showed a spike in this level of activity. Musk's response was to basically threaten to sue them without taking responsibility for the platform's decline on his own shoulders. And so it's a continuation of a pretty sad chapter in a very sad book. And unfortunately, Mr. Musk, as ever, isn't looking all that great in this process. But frankly, I don't think he cares a whole lot.
And I wonder that too sometimes, because when you think about putting up a paywall for a site, how many people are going to stay on X, really, if they have to pay for it? I mean, could this be the start of maybe a downfall? Is he doing himself any favors, really, by potentially putting up a paywall?
The whole idea of social media is that it's free. We don't pay with our money. We pay with our data. We pay with our activity. And that information is worth something, both to the company and the partners and the advertisers that it works with. Certainly you can have a freemium or a payment, a premium tier, kind of like, what Twitter or X does now. But the fact that almost no one is taking them up on that offer sends a very clear message. Social media is supposed to be free. And I think this is the death knell of the platform. If he says that everyone has to pay, everyone has been kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting, watching to see what happens next. I think they're going to bolt. And already my inbox has been overflowing all day long with exactly that. Friends, family members, colleagues all saying, if this goes pay, I am out. That's it. It's the final straw.
Okay, Carmi, I appreciate your time. As always, thanks so much for this.
Appreciate it, Lindsay. Thanks.
That's our tech expert, Carmi Levy.